I took the same bus every day for 15 years, and saw my life pass by in the windows. It's a strange thing, how you can live your entire life on a track you didn't even know you were on. For 15 years, my world was a moving picture framed by a bus window. Every single weekday, at 7:30 a.m., I'd take the number 12 bus to work. And every weekday at 5:30 p.m., I'd take it back home. I thought it was just a commute. I thought it was just the fastest way to get from my house to my office. I had no idea I was watching my life pass me by, every single day. My name is Ethan, and I'm 45 now. It all started when I was 30, a fresh-faced college graduate with a good job in the city. The bus seemed perfect. It was predictable. It was efficient. It was everything my life was supposed to be. The bus driver was a man named Frank, a man in his 50s with a thick mustache and a quiet way about him. I never talked to him, but I knew his face. I was just one of the many faces he drove around every day. For the first few years, the bus was a place for work. I'd pull out my laptop and get a head start on my day. My boss, Mr. Jenkins, was a demanding man in his 60s, and I was determined to impress him. I would spend the entire ride with my head down, typing, oblivious to the world outside. The world was just a blur of colors and shapes, a meaningless backdrop to my ambition. Then, I met Emily. She was 32, a designer at a firm down the street from mine. I'd see her at the bus stop, always with a bright scarf and a cheerful smile. Our friendship started with small talk, a quick comment about the weather, a shared sigh about the morning traffic. Over time, those little moments grew. We started sitting together. We'd talk about our jobs, our dreams, our families. I learned that she had a little sister who she adored. She learned that I was a workaholic with a big heart. The bus ride was no longer just a commute, it was our time. It was a space where we could just be ourselves, away from the pressures of work and the worries of life. Our relationship grew slowly, naturally, like a tree in a quiet forest. We went from friends to something more. I was so happy. I felt like my life was finally going somewhere. I was no longer just a man in a suit on a bus. I was a man in love. I proposed to her on a beautiful spring day, and she said yes. Our life together was a dream. We moved in together, and our house became a home. Our lives were full of laughter, of quiet dinners, of planning our future. I still took the bus, but now it was different. It was the place where my day started and ended with her. She was my reason for everything. Then, life got complicated. My job got more demanding. Her job got more demanding. The bus rides became a blur of us both staring at our phones, our conversation replaced with the quiet hum of the engine and the muffled sound of our thumbs on glass. The world outside the window went back to being a blur of colors and shapes. I was back on the track, a little older, a little more tired, but still on the same path. We got a promotion, and with it came more work. We got a new car, a fancy, sleek thing with heated seats and a GPS that talked to us in a calm, robotic voice. I stopped taking the bus and started driving to work. The bus, and my life with it, was left behind. The years went on. I got another promotion. My wife, Emily, she's 47 now, and I bought a bigger house. We had a daughter, Lily, she's 12 now, a beautiful, vibrant girl with her mother's smile and her father's quiet way. My life was everything I had ever wanted. A big house, a good job, a beautiful family. But somewhere along the way, I lost something. I got so busy chasing the future that I forgot to live in the present. I was always in a rush. A rush to get to work, a rush to get home, a rush to get the next promotion. My life was a series of checkboxes, and I was determined to check every single one. One morning, my car broke down. It was a simple, stupid thing. A flat tire. I stood on the side of the road, staring at the useless piece of metal and rubber, and for the first time in years, I felt a strange sense of freedom. I didn't have a choice. I had to take the bus. I walked to the bus stop, a place I hadn't been in nearly 10 years. The stop was still there. The old bench was still there. And a new bus, a sleek, modern version of the old one, pulled up. It was the number 12. I got on, and the smell of the old bus, the familiar scent of old leather and stale air, hit me like a memory. I sat down and looked out the window. I wasn't going to work. I wasn't going to look at my phone. I was just going to watch the world. And that's when I saw it. The world hadn't stopped. It had kept going. The little coffee shop on the corner was still there, but now it had a new coat of paint. The old, brick school building had been replaced with a new, modern one. The park where Emily and I used to walk was now a vibrant, bustling place with a brand new playground. I saw a young couple at the bus stop, a young man with a tired face and a young woman with a bright scarf, and I saw us. I saw the two people we used to be. The two people who were so full of hope and so full of dreams. I saw a man in a suit in the window reflection. He looked tired. He looked predictable. He looked like the person I had spent my entire life trying to become. I saw the lines on his face, the gray in his hair. I had been so busy chasing a life that I had forgotten to live it. I had been so focused on the future that I had forgotten to enjoy the present. The bus ride was a mirror. It was showing me the life I had lived, the moments I had missed. I saw the little cafe where Emily and I had our first date. It was gone, replaced by a bank. I saw the small apartment building where we had our first home. It was still there, but it looked different. It looked smaller, sadder. I realized that my life was a series of moments I had rushed through, a series of pictures I had never truly looked at. I had been so focused on the destination that I had forgotten to enjoy the journey. I got off the bus a different person. I walked home, my hands in my pockets, my mind reeling. I saw my wife. She looked tired. She looked familiar, but I didn't see the tired lines around her eyes. I saw the woman I fell in love with. I saw the girl with the bright scarf and the cheerful smile. I saw her for the first time in a long time. That night, I did something I hadn't done in years. I asked her to take a walk with me. We didn't talk about work. We didn't talk about bills. We just walked. We held hands. I pointed out the new playground, the new coffee shop, the new changes to the neighborhood. I told her about the bus ride, about the strange sense of loss and the even stranger sense of peace I felt. She just listened, her hand in mine, a quiet, understanding look in her eyes. I still drive to work, but every once in a while, I take the bus. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at my watch. I just look out the window. I look at the people. I look at the changes. I look at the city, the life, the moments I used to miss. I look at the young people on the bus, their heads buried in their phones, their lives a blur of ambition. I want to tell them something. I want to tell them to look up. I want to tell them to look out the window. I want to tell them that the most important parts of their lives are happening right outside the bus. I want to tell them that their lives are passing them by, a series of moving pictures in a window. And I want to tell them that they have to look up before it's too late. My life is still full of chaos and noise. But now, I know how to find the silence. I know how to find the peace. I know how to find the moments that matter. The bus ride was my wake-up call, my final lesson. It was a 15-year-long journey that ended not at a destination, but in a revelation. And I'm finally ready to start living it, one beautiful, quiet moment at a time.